Golf on Sky Sports, sponsored by the new Chrome Soft from Callaway.
Hello ladies and gents, this feels like a bit of a welcome back. Obviously it's not a welcome back because we've been playing golf, a lot of golf for a lot of you over quite a period of time now, which is great. One of the things I really want to talk to you guys about is the masks. Okay, so we will be wearing masks in store from now on. We have to split screens obviously, but we will be wearing masks. So what I want you to understand is that one of the reasons obviously for this, when we come out from behind the counter, it just makes it easier for us guys to be able to serve you, and obviously it's legislation and law now. What I would say is thank you ever so much for those who have been wearing the masks as they're coming into the shop. Obviously some of you have forgotten, however hopefully you've understood the polite reminders to pop the masks on, because obviously I don't want you guys picking up the fines, and I certainly don't want to pick up a fine. Saying that, one of the most important things is please continue to come in and see us, because if you walk past us then obviously that's not going to be too good for business either. Obviously what we've got in store is a one-way system, which you're all very au fait with these days, and it works well. However, what it doesn't work so well at is it doesn't allow us to, or you, to potentially stop and browse products. So one of the points of these little videos, hopefully, and I'm not going to go through all benefits and features and talk to you about the ins and outs of different products. I just want to give you a quick brief overview just to try and sort of almost jog your memories. And if you are going to make a purchase, say for example a pair of shoes, you just do think of us whilst you're making those purchases. I want to show you 3 shoes. So the shoes I want to show you are Ultrafit, Hyperlight, I think it is. No, Superlight, I should say. Hyperlight's our previous model. Superlight, and I want to show you Pro SL as well. Different reasons for different shoes. So let me just go through these with you. So I'm going to start off with the Ultralights. This has got one of my reasons for this. This has the BOA lacing system on it. So hopefully if I push this in here and start turning and stop talking, you can hear how that's clicking. Now what's happening there, that's encapsulating your foot as I do that, so it's encapsulating my hand. Beauty of it is you literally pop it out and it undoes, and obviously lets your foot out straight away. Comes from like the ski industry basically, these laces. I've literally, in all honesty, I think BOA's been out probably for about 7 years now. It could be longer. I've probably sent 2 pairs back, and it wasn't because anything to do with the lacing actually breaking. It was to do with waterproofing, which is the same for every other shoe. So a really reliable system. What I would say, obviously this is a soft spike, can be a spiked if that's really what you wanted, but you do have the options to change the cleats. Okay, Ultralight comes in a couple of colours, obviously black, and then we got is the white and black. Okay, moving on. We then go from there, we're going to go to the Superlight. Okay, now one of the biggest problems with this shoe is you can't hold it, obviously at the moment, because they're encouraging you not to touch stuff. So one of the things I want to try and get across to you on this video is how light this shoe is. It is really light. It comes with a waterproof membrane. So it's a synthetic upper, but a waterproof membrane. Is obviously a soft spike unit on the bottom here, or soft sole I should say, not soft spike, a soft sole unit. One of the things that I sort of got asked a few years ago was are like pimple soles, for want of a better phrase, are they for the summer and are soft spikes for the winter, or spikes for the winter? Not really. And then what I would say to you is I've worn soft spikes throughout the last couple of winters, certainly the last 3 or 4, and I would say that you have more traction with your foot on the ground with obviously a sole like this, as opposed to being up on almost pods. Especially if you get a bit of a frost, then they become a bit slippery at that point. So that is Superlight. Superlight, you won't know that you've had it on, and that's one of the beauties of it, so hopefully you'll be less tired when you finish, depending on how many shots you've taken. Moving on to the third shoe, and this is the one that I've got, and I'm going to try and do a bit of a stretch here. You probably didn't see that, it might have looked a little bit camp. However, this is the Pro SL. So the idea of the Pro SL is full leather upper. It is Footjoy's #1 selling shoe. You've got, it's like the sole unit is like a 3-piece construction, so for comfort wise we're using sort of 3 rubbers to enable us to create a softer and a more stable sole unit. This does come in 2 versions. So this is if I call this the standard version, and they have a carbon version which obviously has carbon imprints in these positions here, and the idea being with the carbon imprints is it makes the sole unit really stiff. Idea being is that if you can create more ground force, you create more force out the ground, then what it does is it helps you to create swing speed. It's been proven over time to actually be the case, but that's me rambling on and getting way too technical. What we do have here is a bit of a lacing system here, so we have this sort of traction points here where you pull tight, and this helps to encapsulate your foot across there. The sole is, I'm trying to think of the wording that they use. They call it it's an infinity sole, and the idea being is that with the edging spreading around like it does, obviously a bit like an infinity pool, I suppose that's what they're using the term. You get 30% more traction points. That doesn't mean you get 30% more traction, but there is 30% more traction points. So there are lots and lots of benefits to the shoe, hence why it's at the slightly higher price point. They're just 3 shoes I wanted to show you. There's lots of other bits, and obviously we're going to do some other videos to try and show you some of the other stuff in the shop, and I probably will start to adjust the layout. However, having the one-way system, you all understand that, and that's great, and it works really well for getting you in and getting you out. However, it doesn't allow you potentially the time to stop and browse that you used to have. Please don't feel that we don't want to talk to you, because we really do. If you have any questions or queries, please ask the guys in the shop. We're more than willing to help, and we'll come out and serve your shoes or help you if you need to find a size on the shirt or a jumper and stuff. Great to be back in front of the camera. Great to be talking to you guys. Hope to see a few of you over the weekend. Again, I'm going to finish on the final note about wearing the mask. Thanks ever so much for wearing the masks. Please keep that up. It is really important, just to do our bit. That's the way I see it, is we're doing our bit. So we'll try and tick all those boxes. We're going to try and keep you as safe as we possibly can, and that goes for continuing the process of cleaning buggies, sterilising golf balls, and everything else that we can do to make sure that we provide that COVID safe environment for you.